All right, Jordan. So what I usually do, obviously, when you know you're going to do an interview, the first thing is hop on social media and try to learn more about people, which I learned that you don't post that much, but I did have fun going through some of the pictures. So I'm going to show you some, okay? And you tell me what comes to mind first.
Oh, sign it, man. Happy. Great day. Great day right there. Sign that contract. Yeah, blessed.
It's funny because the caption is iconic. It's just lovely.
Yeah, great caption.
Because when you were kind of coming up, and I don't know if people know this about you, but late bloomer maybe is the word that we could use. When did you know in your mind that the NFL, playing at Lambeau Field, any of this was even possible?
It's funny, like my whole journey, like through high school, didn't even think I was going to play in college. I'm thinking I'm going to walk on somewhere, be a hooper somewhere, not even thinking football. And then, started playing, got some offers. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go to college. Get to college, still not even thinking NFL. And I remember literally sitting, and we had a study hall, and I'm sitting there with one of my teammates. Are like, you ready for the NFL when you make it? And I'm like, NFL? Like, I don't think I'll make it to the NFL. Right? Like, I'm just trying to get through college. So, my journey has been crazy, where I just never would have imagined sitting here, being a starting quarterback in the NFL, and I definitely just test me to continue to work and just having that mindset to get better with everything I do. So.
Did I hear the story right that you were 5'6" going into high school?
Yeah, freshman year, 5'6",
Stop.
like 135 pounds, 140 pounds. I started school, my parents started me early, so I was always about a year younger than everybody in my class. And then on top of that, late bloomer, so never really hit my growth spurt until about my sophomore year of high school. So I literally have a picture, I was one of the smallest people on my team freshman year of high school.
And now what, 6'4"?
Now 6'4", 225,
No
like
big deal.
I literally have a picture freshman year to senior year, from the smallest to the biggest, so it was crazy.
We were just talking about it, but I was going through all the accolades, and I was like, wait, you didn't make first team Mountain West Conference.
Nope, I did not.
So now looking back, when you were in college, when the draft is coming up, what's going through your mind as you're thinking about, could I be, in the first round of the draft? Where will I end up? What are you even thinking if you're coming off of, the accolades weren't necessarily pouring in?
Yeah, well, I knew the accolades were what the accolades were. Like, not a disrespect thing, but I felt like, they went a certain way. But with the draft and everything, like talking to my agents and people around me, I got the grade, maybe first round, second, third, kind of in that area. So, with the draft, you never know what to expect unless you're Joe Burrow going number one and the team's kind of already solidified on you. But, I didn't know what to expect, but I knew for sure before I decided to end the draft, I'm like, all right, got that grade back, and everyone's kind of telling me you could be first round, second round. So I was full go, like I'm going this 2020 class, and I'm just going to take it for whatever happens, happens.
Yeah, and what happened is, you had the opportunity to kind of sit back and watch, which is different. We're used to seeing both things. We've seen the C.J. Stroud have to come in and play immediately. You had an opportunity to be an understudy. What do you speak to learning during that time period of your career?
Yeah, I'm grateful for it. It was, I think the best thing for me in my career is to be able to sit here for 3 years behind Aaron Rodgers, one of the greatest to do it, and just learn, watch him do it, watch him how he operates and handles business and plays quarterback at the highest level, and just see. So I learned so much just from being able to watch him, and who knows, if I was in a different situation and had to go in and start my rookie year, who knows where I'd be right now, if I would have been ready, if I would have been the player I would have been last year. So, I'm grateful for that opportunity to be able to sit and learn and just develop my game.
Yeah, it's crazy to think that you play in 4 games and then the following season you're starting in 17. Yeah. How much different was it for you every time you ran out of this tunnel onto the field?
Oh, so much different. You got to think, when you're a backup, you're running on the tunnel knowing you're not starting the game, but, you always got to be ready. You got to train yourself to be ready, because at any given second, the starter could go down and you're in there, and now it's your show. So definitely when you are the starter and know you're starting the game, the mindset definitely switches a little bit. I think for me, it was just having confidence. Every time I ran on that field, just having confidence that I'm the man, I'm going to be the best player I can be when I hit that field.
I love it. Were there moments that you had that you were like, yep, I'm the man, or games that you can look back to, especially last season, where you felt like that?
Definitely. I think a big one for me is the Saints game. My first home start here, we're down 17-0 going in the fourth, and we put together a great comeback. comeback. One of the best games I've played in comeback-wise, and we're able to win that game, and had a couple cool plays down there in the fourth quarter where it just felt awesome. It's my first game. I remember first half we're getting booed by the home crowd, and it's just like nothing's going right. Yeah, it's like, this is my first home start. This is not how I wanted to go, and then to turn it around and to have the crowd cheering and win that game, and just a great team effort. It was awesome. But there was definitely a couple moments last year where I felt like that, the Dallas playoff game, where it feels like everything's going right. You feel great. You feel like you're the man, and things are just flowing.
All right, Jordan, so the next time we see you is going to be in Brazil. You'll be taking on the Eagles, and it'll be your second year as a starter. How do you think you're going to feel running out of that tunnel in St. Paul?
Yeah, no, very excited. I'm looking forward to getting the season kicked off down there in Brazil. Don't know what to expect with the, how the crowd's going to be and everything, but yeah, I mean, we got a lot of expectations for this season. So to start off against the Eagles, a very good team. I'm excited for it.
Okay, I've got some more pictures for you. So we did lovely. I love that caption. I like this one too. Did we go back home and do a camp?
Oh yeah. Yep. That was so me and my best friend Cris Barnes, who is a guy we grew up together. We went to middle school together, high school together, and then we actually our rookie year both ended up here with the Packers. So we were together for 3 years. But so yeah, every year this is our second year doing it. We've gone back home and put on a youth camp. So that's just pictures from the camp.
What does Bakersfield mean to you?
Yeah, Bakersfield is home. It means it's a very special place for me. Just growing up there, spent my whole childhood there, up to high school. But just being an athlete and make it out, it means a lot because not too many athletes have made it out and became professional, athletes from Bakersfield. So just being one of those guys, it means a lot to me, and to be able to go back home and do great camps and just to inspire the next generation of kids from Bakersfield to make it out means a lot.
Another cool picture I saw, which I wonder if you ever thought that this was going to happen, but.
Oh yeah, that's
awesome. Tell me the story.
So me and Peyton came back and talked at, we had like everybody in the facility that works for the facility had a meeting, and Peyton was one of the guest speakers at it. So was able to talk to him, which was very cool. I mean, Peyton is one of the greatest quarterbacks. I watched him my whole life growing up, and was fortunate in college to meet him at the Manning Passing Academy, and that was my first time around him. I've had the blessing to meet him a couple times after that, but it was cool to get a picture with that. And Peyton's one of the GOATs, and he's been here a couple times, and it's awesome to talk to him, just kind of pick his brain and get some stories from him. Are
there quarterbacks, even when you were growing up or playing in the backyard, that you thought, I'm going to model my game after, or film that you've watched, or like, who are some of the guys that you've looked up to always growing up?
Yeah, I mean, for me growing up, my favorite quarterback was Michael Vick. Just being, the special player he is, where he can throw the ball almost 70 yards, on the money, and then he can break you down and run it for 100 yards, being one of the best athletes on the field. So I remember playing Madden with him, and I would always use Mike Vick, and I had the Mike Vick shoes when I was in youth football, and I just love watching him. But, I'm just, a fan of the game. I love watching great quarterback play, so I've watched everybody, and just try and watch their game, see the cool things they do, and just try and learn from different guys. But Mike Vick, A-Rod, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, I mean, those are guys I watch a lot of.
Is it crazy to think that someone could be sitting at home playing Madden with Jordan Love?
Yeah, that is very crazy. I mean, even me, I go home and play Madden with myself sometimes, which is crazy, but, it's all part of the journey. It's a blessing to think I used to grow up playing this game and playing with these guys, and now I'm on the game. So it's definitely, it's a real feeling, but it's crazy.
And I think about kind of like the full circle nature of your journey, and I know you lost your father when you were younger, and I'm so sorry about that. What do you think, like, his impact has been on you, even so, and what he means to being able to come out here and play on this field?
Yeah, a huge impact. I mean, my dad was the first one to get me started in sports, was the first one to teach me how to throw a ball. So he taught me everything I know about sports, and, growing up was, my biggest fan. He was always a coach on my team. He always found a way. He was at every practice, and he loved supporting me and teaching me so many things. So, and obviously the way he raised me was incredible, and I, take so many lessons from that. But, he's definitely a big impact on me and had a huge impact on my life. And, every time I run out on the field, I just, remember him and, all those lessons I've learned. So.
What do you think he'd be saying to you now?
Oh, he'd be very proud. He'd be very proud of where I'm at right now, and just happy, and He'd probably be at every game cheering me on, and probably have something to tell me after every play and just be like, oh, you remember this throw or something like that. So, but he'd be my biggest fan for sure.
He is. He's still cheering you on. Okay, I got another one. This is my favorite because, you know, it's my girl, so.
Yeah, it's wifey right there. That's wifey, Monica Stone, my fiance. As you know,
Yes.
Small world, you guys.
You're right, because I'm going to tell her whatever you say about her.
Small world, you guys were working together when she was in college. She was your assistant. But no, she's awesome. She's incredible. You know, I'm very blessed to have her in my life. And like, you know, I proposed this off season, and, you know, she's my fiance now. So she's incredible.
What's the backstory? Can you tell me how you guys met?
Yeah, so it's funny. So my roommate in college, Mo Walker, they went to high school together, and they were best friends. So, you know, he would FaceTime her when we were in college, and I'd be in the background. He'd be like, yo, say what's up to my boy right here. And it started off slow, just saying what's up. And then, you know, I'd start taking the phone, and we'd be having our little one-on-one conversations. And so it was cool. And then I was in California training. We'd never met, you know, just be on FaceTime. And while I was in California training, and she was there for her birthday, visiting her friends, and Mo saw her, she posted something, and he was like, yo, Veronica's in Cali, like, you gotta hit her up. So I did, and we linked up, and literally the rest is history.
The rest is history. She told me 10 days later, you were like, will you be my girlfriend?
10 days, I was moving fast. I said, that's how you know, because I've never moved that fast. I was like, what am I doing? But no, that's how you know.
Okay, well, I feel like I wouldn't have been doing my job accordingly if I didn't invite Veronica.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, what's up? Come on. Here.
So cute.
Wow, what a surprise.
I've never
Can you
heard-
just pull a
What a
chair
surprise,
up?
yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
I've never heard him say the story, so it's fun.
Do you agree with the story?
listening
Did
right
he
there?
get it right?
He
Did he
did.
get it right?
That's funny. Look, you guys set me up.
Got you.
Wow.
Jordan, I need you to introduce us to.
You know my accolades?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
She's got a lot of them. Like, you know how you were
Here
a
we go.
2-star?
Yeah.
You know how
Yeah,
all
yeah,
those
yeah.
things happen
Yeah.
to you? That didn't happen to her.
I
Didn't
made
have
my conference too.
Didn't have her for her. All right.
I was first too.
All right, whatever. Here we go. We have with us, joining us, Veronica Stone, my fiance, professional volleyball player for the San Diego Mojo. Had a great college career at Oregon.
Yes.
Started her career in San Jose at Valley Christian.
Oh, wow.
You know, All-American player, one of the best to do it, and you know, I'm honored to have her sitting here next to us.
Thanks. Sweeties. The first family of Green Bay, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow. So funny.
So good. Good job. All right, Veronica. Obviously, we worked on this to make the surprise happen, but you heard his story. I kind of want to hear yours and what drew you to Jordan.
No, I just thought it was so funny, the connection with our best friend. Well, like his best friend now, my old friend. So weird. And we had always joked around about meeting up, and he went to Utah State, and I was in the Pac-12, so we played Utah, and they always said they were going to come to a game. They never did. But when the time came to meet, and he actually said that he was going to drive, and I knew it was an hour or so.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, he's not going to drive an hour to come to my birthday party. And then he did. And I told him that he better not be catfishing me because, you know, I'm a true 6'2".
Yeah,
And
listen.
guys like to be like, oh, I'm 6'4",
tall.
and then be here. And so I think he was nervous to meet me. But he was. He passed the height check. And then after that, we were playing horse, mini golf. I beat him in both.
Obviously.
Yeah, I'm a pure shooter.
I don't remember all that.
Jordan, who's the better athlete?
Better athlete?
Yeah.
Oh, me for sure. Me for sure.
Yeah, he is. He's MVP, Super Bowl, let's
No,
go.
we're both great athletes.
Yes,
It's
we
just
both are.
While you're
We
at work,
compete
I'm
a
gonna
lot.
let you have it.
We compete a lot.
We compete a lot. I hate to lose.
I'm curious to see through your eyes because you've been here through the whole kind of journey, right?
Yeah.
In Green Bay.
Yeah.
To watch every evolution of Jordan, what has it been like?
I used to go to games, be sitting down there freezing on the bleachers and just not paying attention to the game, just watching him, seeing if he'll turn around on the bench because he's not playing. And be like, anytime I'd catch his eye, to his first start when Aaron got COVID and sitting in the last seat of Arrowhead. That was really fun. It wasn't as bad as everyone said. It really wasn't. To now watching him run out and take over the team for himself, it's been incredible. And being there in the off season, watching him put in all the work, really putting his head down and grinding, it's remarkable to see and makes me want to work harder in my sport, because watching him do so many great things, like he wakes up and he works out, I'm like, I guess I got to too.
Yes. Well, you're no stranger to it. Dad was in the league. Like, you
Yeah.
know the NFL. You know what is required.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not surprised that you're here right now. Walk me through the engagement, because the video is amazing. I want to hear the stress and pressure you were under, and then whether or not you actually expected it. Jordan, you go first.
All right. Yeah, no, it was a lot. I mean, just planning it, I had a awesome, people helping me with, we're in Italy, I'm in a different country, and not knowing what to expect, but we had an awesome, kind of wedding planner help plan the proposal, and we were able to rent out a castle for it, and it was pretty cool. But I think the biggest thing was just trying to like hide the ring and make sure she doesn't find it, or like doesn't get any hint that it might be happening. And it was crazy because that night the castle was like an hour drive from where we at, so trying to keep that a secret. I was like, oh, we're going to a surprise dinner. We got like a chef making dinner for us, and she's like, oh, how far away is it? I'm like, oh, I don't even know. We're driving for like an hour forever. So we finally pull up to a castle, and I'm sure she was probably suspecting a little something at that point. But I was nervous, trying to think of how I'm gonna say. Kind of didn't really write a speech or anything. Just kind of was gonna freestyle it when we got there, and the timing of, because I remember emailing back and forth with the wedding planner. She's like, all right, we'll get here. We'll walk down to where we're gonna take the photos, and I'll act like I'm gonna take pictures for you guys, and that's when you'll do it. And so I didn't think we were at the spot yet, and she started taking pictures of us, and I'm like posing like regular pictures, and she's like behind the phone, like, do it. And I'm like, oh, like, let me get ready. So, but it was awesome. It was a moment I'll never forget.
Yeah, it was insane. I suspected a little bit just because of the private dinner, he wasn't telling me much, and he brought his crossbody bag, which he never brings.
Why are you telling on yourself?
He never brings if I have a bag. He usually puts
chapstick. I had to
whatever,
keep the chapstick in
just
there.
one stick of chapstick in that crossbody bag. And so when he had that out and we were driving so far, he even said, because our anniversary was the 18th and it was the 17th, and he was like, do you know what tomorrow is? And I was like, okay.
Now I know.
Nervous, not even know.
He was just like trying to keep up with some conversation. But yeah, when it happened and we got there and he like grabbed my hands, I was like, oh. Either way, even if I knew it was happening, I didn't know. I felt like it was going to happen on the trip, but once it did, I was crying, and I don't remember what he said. He doesn't remember
Blacked
what he
out.
said.
Yeah, blacked out for sure.
And then we just had a tour of the castle and a candlelight dinner at the top. He did his thing. He did his big one.
More nerve-wracking, playing in Lambeau, proposing to her.
I say proposing, that was pretty intense.
You're prepared for the season now.
And now I'm ready for the season. Let's go. Yeah, I'm ready.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.